All right, folks, I think it's time to get started. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. My name is Lindz. That's my best friend Teddy right there. We're gonna start off with a theme song, and then I'll do a little spiel. It's okay to be gay. We are different in many ways. Doesn't matter if you're a boy, girl, or somewhere in between. We all are part of one big family. Gay means happy. Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today for the Trans Jews Conference hosted by CBST. I am very excited to be here and holding space with you all today because of a bunch of different things. First of all, it's this cool conference that's awesome. There are so few spaces for trans Jews, and I'm so grateful for CBST for holding this space for all of us. I think that's really cool. Second is that it's Passover. How cool is that too? Oh my gosh, that this is falling on Passover. Passover is one of my favorite holidays. I know we had to do our Seders over Zoom this year and last year, but you know what? Next year is going to be in person and it's going to be such a beautiful celebration. I'm so excited for that. So happy Passover, everybody. And third is that it's Transgender Day of Visibility. Oh, that means we get to celebrate and be loud and proud to be trans and non-binary and queer. And I'm so excited to celebrate that all with you today, especially because grown-ups, it's been a really hard time for trans folks right now. And I want to say that is very valid. Your feelings are so valid right now while things are really difficult in the news and in media. And so what I'm here to do for you today is bring you a little bit of queer joy to your morning. Like I said, my name is Lindz. I use they, them pronouns. I'm queer and trans, non-binary, and I run Queer Kid Stuff, which is a web series and a whole lot of other stuff where I make LGBTQ plus and social justice videos for kids and families of all ages. And we talk about what it means to be trans and what queer means and all these other things. And we sing songs, we tell stories, and we're gonna do a little bit of that today. So we're gonna sing some songs from the web series and maybe a couple of songs you might know as well that you can sing along to. And we're also gonna read some books. We're gonna read about a couple of really cool queer historical figures. And we're also going to read this book, When Aiden Became a Brother, which is one of my absolute favorites that is written by a trans Jew. Who'd have thunk? All right, cool. So for our first song of the day, you heard my theme song already. Our first song of the day, before I get into it, I need a little bit of help. I need to know what your favorite mythical creature is. You can tell someone in the room with you on your side of the screen. You can tell us in the chat, but let me know what your favorite mythical creature is. Can anybody guess what my favorite mythical creature is? I'll tell you. It's a unicorn. Oh, I love unicorns. Unicorns are so cool. Let's see who's got you. Yeah, and if you want to turn on your video, just a reminder, if you want to turn on your video, you're more than welcome. Just a reminder that it's being recorded, but I would love to see everybody's faces. Again, no obligation. If you have a favorite mythical creature, let us know in the chat. Mine is a unicorn. I love unicorns. They've got those cool horns and they ride around on rainbows, at least in my imagination. And I'm going to sing a song about how being queer is kind of like being a unicorn, or at least I think so. But before we do that, I need to know, what animal in like our real world is kind of like a unicorn? Does anybody know? Is it a dog? No, I don't think so. Is it a cat? Not quite right. Is it a turtle? No, I don't think so. Hi, Zeke. Hello. Let's see. What animal do we think unicorns are like? I think they might be kind of like horses. What sound does a horse make? Can everybody make a horse sound with me? Nay. Very nice. Okay, so during the song, I'm gonna need a little help. And when I point at you with my ukulele, I'm gonna need you to make a really loud horse noise. Can we practice on 3? 1, 2, 3. Nay. All right, very good job, everybody. Let's sing this song. Horses with horns are called unicorns. Some other horses shout, nay. Nice job, everyone, because unicorns stand out, but unicorns never fear when horses call them queer, because queer means different. Queer means different, and being different is what makes you you and me and you and you and you and you and you and even you, Teddy. Queer means different. Queer means different. Queer means different, and being different is so much fun. All right, this next song is all about something called gender. Does anybody know what gender is? It kind of has to do with this conference. It kind of has to do with people and all of us, right? Does anybody know what gender is? So gender is how we feel about ourselves and how we express ourselves to the world. So some people might be boys, some people might be girls, some people might be trans, some people might be non-binary. There are lots of different genders, and there are lots of different ways to express our gender through our clothes and our hair and our glasses and the things that we do and love and our interests. And this song is all about gender and something called pronouns. Has anybody ever heard of a pronoun before? I think most of you have, because I see them in your names. Does anybody know what a pronoun is? So a pronoun is a word that replaces someone's name when you're talking about them. So you've probably heard pronouns before. So pronouns might be she and her. Another pronoun might be he and him. There's also they and them, sie and zer. There's so many different pronouns. So we're gonna sing a song all about pronouns. But before that, I need to know what your pronouns are. So if you don't have them in your signature, you should tell the person who's in the room with you. You can also shout it out loud to your screen. And I think we're actually gonna all do that together. So on 3, oh, that's 2, that's 3. We're gonna, on 3, everybody's gonna yell their pronouns onto the screen so I can hear you all the way where I am over here. All right, so on 3, 1, 2, get your pronouns in your head. 3, they, them. Nice job, everyone. All right, let's sing a song about gender and pronouns. Gender, let's knock it in a fender over gender, all right. Remember, being exactly who you are is full of splendor and light. Here are some ways to identify. She for girls and he for guys. There's they and them for in between, so you can be the best of you and we can sing, oh, gender. Let's knock it in a bender over gender, all right. Remember, asking someone, what are you, is tender, not right. So you ask, how do you identify? Cause it's hard to tell just with my eyes. So tell me what you feel inside so you can be the best of you and be with pride, everybody. Gender, let's knock it in a bender over gender, all right. Gender, let's knock it in a fender over gender, all right. Remember, being exactly who you are is full of splendor and light. Gender, let's knock it in a fender over gender, all right. Oh, very nice. All right, we're gonna learn one last word before we go into some stories, and that word is a word you've probably heard a bunch, especially in the last couple of years, and that word is diversity. Does anybody know what the word diversity is? So diversity is a word that means variety, lots of different things. And sometimes we talk about diversity with people, and sometimes we talk about diversity with other things like fruit. So if I had a basket of apples, is that a lot of diverse fruit? No, because there's no variety of fruit in there. But if we had a basket of apples and oranges, and pears and pineapples. That's a diverse basket of fruit, right? So we're going to sing all about diversity. And you know what you're going to learn in this song? How to spell diversity. You're always going to know how to spell diversity after this song. So let's practice a little bit. D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. Let's do it again. D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. One more time. D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. We celebrate diversity. I'll tell you why. Life is better with variety. It's better for society. What fun would the rainbow be without a million different colors? Don't you agree? D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. Again, D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. I think one more time. Can everybody sing along? D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. We love all our differences. I'll tell you why. Black and white is really lame. It's boring if we're all the same. What fun would learning be if there was nothing new to know? Don't you agree? There's 1,000 different colors and 100 different fruits. There are many unique languages and super cool music to boot. So many yummy foods for every different mood. You can have most anything. Every culture brings so many different things. That's why we sing. Everybody! D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. Again, D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. One last time. D-I-V-E-R-S-I-T-Y. We celebrate diversity, 'cause that's the way the world should be. Very nice. Thank you for joining me in that one. I promise you, you will never forget how to spell diversity after that song. All right, we're going to do a couple of stories. We are going to read When Aiden Became a Brother by Kyle Lukoff, who is a trans Jew, which I thought was appropriate for today. And we're also going to learn about an LGBTQ plus historical figure who is Jewish. And you know what? I didn't actually know this until this morning when I looked it up. But we're going to be talking about Harvey Milk, he's not trans, but he was a Jewish gay person. And we're going to learn all about Harvey Milk, who's a very, very important LGBTQ plus historical figure. So Harvey Milk lived from 1930 to 1978 in the United States. And here's a little quote from him. "You have to give people hope." And I think that, Passover and Trans Day of Visibility and this conference are great spaces where we're thinking about hope, trans and Jewish hope, thinking about the story of Passover and how the Jewish people have overcome so much struggle, and how, as trans people, we're going through struggle right now, and there's hope, and we're going to get through because we have in the past. So let's read a little bit about Harvey Milk. Pretty cool dude. All right, Harvey Milk. Growing up in New York, Harvey Milk never imagined he would change the world. Along with his brother, Harvey helped out at the family's department store, Milk's. It was only after he moved to San Francisco that he saw a lot of discrimination. Many people there treated others who didn't look or act just like them differently, and Harvey didn't like it. We don't like when people treat others differently, do we? No, right? Harvey made his home in a neighborhood in San Francisco called the Castro and started a camera shop, even though he didn't know anything about photography. As a gay man, Harvey liked that the Castro was becoming a neighborhood filled with people just like him. And who were they? Gay people, right? LGBT people. Still, Harvey wanted to change the discrimination he saw. The government and police weren't treating gay people like him fairly. So Harvey decided to run for office. He became a politician. People held signs and wore buttons with his name on them, including Harvey's intern, Cleve Jones, who was also a really important LGBT person in San Francisco in the Castro area when Harvey Milk was alive. Harvey wanted to be a part of the board of supervisors who make decisions about how things should be in San Francisco. An openly gay person had never been a part of the city government before, but Harvey thought the people of the Castro deserved a representative like them. He didn't win the election. He ran again and lost a second time. It's so important, even when you fail, that you have to try and try again. Because Harvey persisted and finally won in 1977. As part of San Francisco's Board of Supervisors, he helped to make laws that treated everyone fairly, especially LGBT people. The gay people of San Francisco finally had a voice. He was one of the very first openly gay people ever elected to government in the United States. That is a big first. And now what's really cool is that we have openly trans people in Congress right now. So really, really important positions. There are trans and LGBT people in them today. And a lot of that had to do with Harvey Milk paving the way. So Harvey's story ends a little sad. Harvey's first year in office was also his last. A man with hate in his heart ended Harvey's life. But even Harvey's death helped people. People came together to make sure Harvey's work for equality continued. Harvey gave people hope, and that hope never died. So we're still seeing a lot of the legacy that Harvey Milk left behind. As a gay Jewish person. Isn't that cool? I didn't know that before today. Maybe you all did, but new things, you learn new things every day. All right, so this is one of my all-time favorite picture books. If you don't have it, definitely pick up a copy. It's called When Aiden Became a Brother. We're gonna read this. It has a Stonewall Book Award. It's written by Kyle Lukoff, who is a transgender Jewish person, and illustrated by Kaylani Juanita. All right, let's get into it. When Aiden Became a Brother. Oh, and it's kind of cool. This is a signed copy. Kyle signed it for me. Thank you for being part of this world. Signed, Kyle. All right. When Aiden was born, everyone thought he was a girl. His parents gave him a pretty name. His room looked like a girl's room, and he wore clothes that other girls liked wearing. How do we think Aiden looks like in that picture? Not very happy, right? Kind of sad. I wonder why. Let's find out. But as Aiden got bigger, he hated the sound of his name. He felt like his room belonged to someone else. And he always ripped or stained his clothes accidentally on purpose. Everyone thought he was just a different kind of girl. Some girls had rooms full of science experiments and bug collections. Lots of girls didn't wear dresses. I think something's a little different with Aiden. But Aiden didn't feel like any kind of girl. He really was another kind of boy. It was hard to tell his parents what he knew about himself, but it was even harder not to. It took everyone some time to adjust, and they learned a lot from other families with transgender kids like him. Look at that nice support group right there. Aiden explored different ways of being a boy. He tried out lots of names until one stuck. They changed his bedroom into a place where he belonged. He also took much better care of his new clothes. And see how they've changed Aiden's bedroom to be totally different? What did it look like before? Let's see what it looked like before. Very different, right? Kind of. And Aiden wasn't very happy in that room. And now Aiden is totally happy in this new room. Then one day, Mom and Dad had something to tell Aiden. I'm going to have a baby, Mom announced. A baby, Aiden said. Does that mean I get to be the big brother? Of course, said Dad, ruffling his hair. Aiden thought that being a big brother was an important job for a boy like him. He wanted to make sure this baby would feel understood right away. They needed baby clothes, so Aiden and his mom went shopping. There were so many choices. Would the baby like seahorses or penguins better? Are you having a boy or a girl? Asked the lady. Aiden didn't like it when people asked if he was a boy or a girl, and he hoped the baby couldn't hear yet. He was glad when Mom just smiled and said, "I'm having a baby." That's the right way to answer that question. What's the question that we should ask? We talked about it in our gender song. It's how do you identify, right? Not if you're a boy or a girl. The baby's room needed to be painted, so Aiden and his dad went to the hardware store. Dad chose a gallon of sky blue paint and Aiden added a puffy white cloud. "Are you excited for your new brother or sister?" asked the paint guy. "I'm excited to be a big brother," Aiden said. The paint guy looked confused. Aiden could tell he wanted to ask a different question and was glad to have his dad there. What a good supportive dad. Those are some tough moments, right? The big rollers were fun to paint with. "This room feels just like being outside," Aiden exclaimed. He had always felt trapped in his bedroom before they fixed it, but his new sibling wouldn't have to feel that way. "You're right," said Dad. "Let's make some shapes in the clouds." Ooh, can you find some cool shapes in those clouds? I think I see a dolphin. And what else is there? Maybe a turtle. Look nice and close. Every baby needs a name. Aiden loved getting to choose his own, but he remembered that it had been hard for his parents to let go of the name they gave him. He looked for names that could fit this new person, no matter who they grew up to be. So Aiden's just kind of playing with some cool names. I think there's Forest in there and Willow. And let's see, Moss, that could be a cool name. Sage, that's a nice name too. Babies need someone to read to them, so Aiden practiced. And practiced. And practiced, that's a lot of reading. Dad wanted to teach Aiden how to change diapers. Maybe later, said Aiden. He decided that picking flowers for his mom was way more important. Probably a lot better smelling too. 2 weeks before the baby's due date, Aiden started to worry maybe he should have picked different clothes. The blue walls might be too bright. He wished he could ask the baby which name they liked best. Oh, I get that anxiety, right? It can be tough thinking about all those things all at the same time. Mom came to tuck him in. "Are you feeling okay, sweetie?" she asked. Aiden put his hands over where he thought the baby's ears would be. "Do you think the baby will be happy with everything?" he whispered. "I don't want them to feel like I did when I was little, but what if I get everything wrong? What if I don't know how to be a good big brother?" These are really good questions, Aiden, right? Mom hugged him tight. "When you were born, we didn't know you were going to be our son. We made some mistakes, but you helped us fix them. And you taught us how important it is to love someone for exactly who they are. This baby is so lucky to have you, and so are we." The next morning, Aiden found the boxes of his old baby pictures. He looked so different back then. It hadn't been easy, but he liked the boy he was growing into. Maybe everything wouldn't be perfect for this baby. Maybe he would have to fix mistakes he didn't even know he was making, and maybe that was okay. Aiden knew how to love someone, and that was the most important part of being a brother. And there's their It's a Baby party celebrating their newborn baby. The end. And again, if you don't have it already, that's When Aiden Became a Brother by Kyle Lukoff, illustrated by Kehlani Juanita, written by a trans Jewish person. How cool is that? All right, so I think after all this reading, we might need to stretch a little bit. Why don't we all do a little wiggle? Oh, hi, Georgie. My dog's gonna join us. Hello, hello. Can we wiggle together? 1, 2, 3, wiggle. We gotta get all that extra energy out, Georgie. Yes, yes, all that extra energy out. Very nice. Thank you for wiggling with me. All right, we're gonna have a little dance party, everybody. So get those wiggles out. Get your feet and legs nice and stretched and your arms, and we're gonna have a little dance party. My mama told me when I was young, we were all born superstars. She pulled my hair, put my lipstick on in the glass of her boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, 'cause they made you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go far. Listen to me when I say you're beautiful in your way, 'cause God make no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't hold yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you said, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. No matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive. No matter black, white, or beige, chola, orient, made, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to be brave. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Don't be a drag, just be a queen. Just be. No matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbian, transgender life, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to survive. No matter black, white, or beige, July, Orient, see, I'm on the right track, baby. I was born to be brave. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way, baby. I was born this way. Right track, baby. I was born this way. Oh, my goodness. Thanks for dancing with me, everybody. Okay. All right, we're going to slow it down just a little bit. Whew, now is a great time to snuggle on up with your little ones. And we're going to sing this song. Hopefully it's a little familiar to it with a little twist. Somewhere over the rainbow way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Birds fly over the rainbow, why then, oh, why can't I? La-di-da-da-di-da-dum, la All right, I'm gonna sing one last song and then I'm gonna have to say goodbye. This song is all about pride. And I think that that's something that is so important. Obviously, Pride is in June, Pride Month, LGBTQ plus Pride Month, the anniversary of the Stonewall riots and the beginning of the LGBTQ plus movement as we know it today. But we can be feeling LGBTQ plus and queer and trans pride all year round. I think especially this week and today while we're celebrating Transgender Day of Visibility and we're celebrating Passover and this idea of hope and how we can persevere through struggle and how we have done that throughout history and we can and will do it again. So this is our song about pride. Just when you think that the world's gone wrong, you're not feeling strong, shout what you feel inside. It's pride. Spring has come, it's that time of year to be happy and queer. Put all your fears aside. It's pride. Wave your rainbow flag and fly it high. Don't let the parade pass you by. Let's all stand strong, stand tall and strong. Just be yourself and sing along. Just when you think that the world's gone wrong, you're not feeling strong, shout what you feel inside. It's pride. It's pride. For pride. And sometimes you might mope with all there is to cope with, but the community's here. We're happy and queer. We'll stand up and fight for our rights, so the future is bright. It's bright. So let's get together and all join hands. United we stand. One thing we'll never hide. It's pride. It's pride. Sing along, everybody. It's pride. Again. It's pride. For pride. Let's all take just like a nice deep breath in together. And we're going to inhale and exhale. All right. Thank you so much for joining me with CVST for the Trans Jewish Conference. I'm Lindz Amer. I'm from Queer Kid Stuf, where I make LGBTQ plus and social justice songs and stories and web series and podcasts and all those things for all ages. You can check out my website, queerkidstuff.com, if you liked what you heard today and want to bring a little bit of queer kid stuff into your home with your family. Thank you so much for joining me, and keep that hope in there, keep that pride in there. We're going to keep going, and I wanted to just so grateful to hold space with all of you today, and have a wonderful rest of your day. And happy Trans Visibility Day and happy Passover. So many cool things happening all at once. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I'm going to stick around in here. If you want to unmute yourself and say hello, you are more than welcome to. I'm going to stay on here until everybody's gone.